Hello my darlings, I hope you're all doing very well. I hope you are sitting comfortably, you are cozy, and you have your snacks and your beverages. In today's video, we're going to be talking about freckle tattoos. I've talked about freckle tattoos here and there throughout my content, mainly within my Tattoo Enthusiast Reacts to Tattoo TikTok videos. And lately, freckle tattoos have created such a stir on social media. Just like all of a sudden, everyone has an opinion about freckle tattoos. So there was this one video that blew up on TikTok, and this was posted by a creator by the name of Mary. Mary is from Warsaw, Poland. The TikTok in question now has over 33 million views. Like, that is insane. That is so many views. And that TikTok was just a simple compilation of freshly done freckle tattoos that Mary had done because she specializes in doing freckle tattoos. Now, in my opinion, Mary does some of the best freckle tattoos I have ever seen. The placement of them and the colours that she uses makes them look so incredibly natural. And once they heal, they look so beautiful on every single client. The 33 million views TikTok that Mary uploaded caused an absolute ruckus, okay? I have never seen such outrage. I've never seen so much kerfuffle over one type of tattoo in my whole entire life. Most people who reacted to the TikTok or left comments on the TikTok were completely shocked and perplexed about the whole thing, with a lot of people saying that the freckle tattoos look like bad acne. So there's this comment that says, looks like bad acne, kiss kiss. This one says, it looks like bad acne. This one says, it looks like an allergic reaction or acne. This just looks like acne. So there are many more comments like this, and I kind of understand where people are coming from with this, because this TikTok is of fresh freckle tattoos. Just like with regular tattoos, when you get freckle tattoos, they're going to look irritated, swollen, and a lot more darker than they will when they're healed. No matter what type of tattoo you get, your tattoo will look like that, okay? I myself have freckle tattoos. I got them done summer of last year, and when they were freshly done, they were a lot darker and they looked really red as well. Now that it's a year and a half later, my freckle tattoos have faded quite a bit, and they obviously don't look irritated or red anymore. They have settled in beautifully, and I still love them so much. And I would 100% do it again in a heartbeat should I need to or want more freckles down the line in the future. Now, strangely, I would say myself and other people who have freckle tattoos, or those that like freckle tattoos, are in the minority. We are a rare breed. I can imagine there's quite a few people watching this video right now who themselves just do not like freckle tattoos at all. It seems like the most popular opinion on freckle tattoos of like, what the hell is this? Like, I don't like it. Which, of course, you are more than welcome to your own opinion. But yeah, the top comments on Mary's TikTok alone are a huge indication of just how strongly people feel about freckle tattoos. So there's this comment that says, I don't understand why people will tattoo freckles on, because 9 out of 10 of the ladies who get tattooed freckles now were the ones who bullied us with freckles. Now, I can say I have never bullied someone for having freckles. As a child, I had freckles. I mean, I still have freckles on my arms and on my shoulders, but I did used to get them on my face because as a child, I would, you know, go outside a lot. And as I've got older, I try and stay away from the sun, especially as I have spent pretty much a down payment on a house on my tattoos. I'm not gonna go and sit out in the sun for hours each day, okay? Even with SPF, I just don't like the sun, okay? I'm a vampire at heart. Me and the sun are not best friends. So I don't get freckles on my face anymore, but as a kid, I had them like mainly on my nose and stuff. There's this comment that says, to think that I got bullied when I was a kid for my freckles and now people get them tattooed. I was bullied for my freckles and now some people get freckle tattoo. I was bullied so bad over my freckles. This seems to be one of the first things that people do bring up when it comes to freckle tattoos, the fact that they themselves were bullied for having freckles. And I fully understand that concern or reason as to why people are against freckle tattoos, and I feel like that is a legitimate reason to hate them or not like them. And I can fully understand the frustrations that come along with seeing content like this, seeing something that brought you nothing but grief become, you know, a beauty standard possibly, or seen as cute or even as accepted and not hated on, can be frustrating and annoying. So I get it. This comment, I guess, nails it. It says, I don't hate them for wanting freckles, but they don't understand what it was like being made fun of for having freckles, which I guess is true. Again, I've not been in those shoes, so I don't fully know. I guess I was a lucky kid because, again, I wasn't bullied for my freckles at all. Nobody ever mentioned them. I mean, I had like family members being like, oh, look, your freckles are coming out in summer, but like, that's about it. So there's this comment that says, I was bullied as a child for them and I cried every day for that, and now it's a trend. This makes me feel kind of better. I'm glad this person found peace within all of this and kind of not healed them in a way, but like made them feel a little bit better at least. I don't know. Throughout doing my research for this video and looking at people's comments and all of that, a few people have claimed freckle tattoos as a trend, but I personally wouldn't say that as such. Before I got freckle tattoos, I had wanted them for years, but only a small, and I mean a very small amount of people did them. Like, I found one person in America that did them, and then there was one in the UK that was miles and miles away. I think it was down in Cornwall or something like that, and then a couple of people in Europe. And obviously back then I was like, oh, not many people are doing them, so I don't know if it's worth the risk or not, so I never went ahead with it. But as the years went on, they become obviously a bit more popular, so finding an artist to do them was a lot more attainable and easier. But I would never say that these are a trend, because I feel like they have been around for quite a few years. They've just got more popular, like I was saying. And I definitely think freckle tattoos are here to stay. There's been a lot of permanent makeup artists that have done beauty marks for many years, and I just feel like freckles are now a part of that. So yeah, I wouldn't call them a trend as such. Anyway, moving on, of course, people are very confused as to why people would choose to do such a thing. There's this comment that says, am I the only one that doesn't understand why people are doing this? I mean, people had the exact same reaction to tattoos, like regular artwork tattoos back in the day. I mean, they still do sometimes, don't they? People are like, why would you do that? It's very odd to see history kind of repeat itself. There's this comment that says, everyone with freckles. Why? Again, as someone that has freckles, I am not that person. You don't speak for me. Not a fan at all. As someone with freckles, I can't understand anyone wanting them, and I will reverse that and say, well, as someone with freckles, I can't understand why anyone wouldn't want to get freckle tattoos. Obviously, I'm not saying everyone needs to go and get them, absolutely not, but yeah. The thing is, we live in a world where everyone on social media is airbrushed and their skin is flawless and there is not a blemish in sight. You know, there's this comment that says, why do you want freckles? Clear skin is the best. To that, I'm just like, absolutely not. If people want to go against the clear skin is best trope that we see all day, every day, and we are encouraged to have, you know, if we don't have clear skin, whether that is, you know, freckles or birthmarks or skin conditions, and then of course acne, you know, if someone wants to not be clear skinned, pure or whatever, then I'm all for it, honestly. Like, we can't all be Barbie dolls, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's this comment that says, people are destroying their faces in the name of freckles, but who am I to judge? Destroying, like, to me, destroying is such a big word. It's huge. Like, destroying, like a few dots on someone's face is destroying their face. I can't even, like, it's wild to me, and it's about to get wilder, okay? Like, well, we are not done here, of course. So of course, with this TikTok absolutely blowing up, everyone and their mother is talking about it, okay? A few weeks back, one of my favourite tattoo artists pulled a castle. I've been tattooed by her a couple of times. She's an absolute sweetheart. She is amazing. I highly recommend her as a tattoo artist, should you be looking for a neo-traditional tattoo artist. Anyway, Paula posted on her Instagram stories about a reel that Dr. Pimple Popper, okay, yes, that's right, Dr. Pimple Popper made about freckle tattoos that Mary did. That's right. These freckles are hitting the famous people. If you would class Dr. Pimple Popper as famous. I don't know. I definitely would, but because, you know, she has a TV show and all of that. Anyway, for those that don't know who Dr. Pimple Popper is, her real name is Dr. Sandra Lee. She is a largely successful dermatologist. She started out as a YouTube content creator many years ago, and then she got her own TV show on the channel TLC called Dr. Pimple Popper. In this show, you see Sandra do consultations and treat patients who have, what's the best way of putting it? It's like issues with their skin. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. And as the title suggests, it is mainly to do with pimples, spots, of big sizes, you know. I've seen, oh god, but yeah, she kind of like extracts them and like pops them, and it's not for me personally, okay? I refuse to watch that show. For me, it makes my stomach turn so much, but I know that a lot of people do like this show or even love it. Some people find it fascinating, and then I've seen some people say that it's incredibly relaxing to watch, and I just don't understand because it just looks so gross to me. Let me know if you watch Dr. Pimple Popper and if you find that kind of content relaxing or you just find it disgusting. Let me know. Anyway, the show started in 2018 and there has been 9 seasons thus far. Like I said, it's very successful. She has a huge fan base. Anyway, let's have a look at Paula's Instagram story. She said, Dr. Pimple Popper, I never call anyone out on the internet, and I was a huge fan of Dr. Pimple Popper, but I am really disappointed at this post. Not only is this literally body shaming people with a huge platform, the comments section is absolutely awful and not being moderated whatsoever. The real issue here is that she isn't able to offer the service. No doubt it wouldn't be an issue if she did. I'm going to call it for what it is, an uneducated doctor, shocking, getting on their soapbox about something they absolutely do not understand and haven't bothered to research. Not even aware it's semi-permanent, which is true. Any professional freckle tattoo artist will use semi-permanent ink. And that's why, you know, my freckle tattoos have faded quite a bit since I've had them. Obviously, it takes some time. They don't just fade overnight. And it also depends on your skin type as to how long they will last. And of course, you would need touch-ups if you want them to look a certain type of way. At the minute, I'm fine with mine looking the way they do. Anyway, when I saw this Instagram story, I was just like, ooh. Oh girl, this is spicy. So let's take a look at the reel that was mentioned anyway. That would probably help with some context for you.
This is a trend and trends change. You may not like freckles 20 years down the line. So remember, if you use makeup, you can remove that at the end of the day.
The same thing could be said about tattoos, no? Or should I say what she said here is a pretty outdated saying about tattoos. You know, the whole, oh, you might not like that in 20 years time. Sandra, babe, okay, I might be dead in 20 years time. Let me live for the moment, okay? Let people live for the moment, please. Let's not worry about 20 years time. Let's not even worry about next week, okay? We're all going through some things. Life is tough. Let's not worry about 20 years time, okay? And again, like Paula said, this was an uneducated opinion because as we know, freckle tattoos are semi-permanent, okay? They are done with a semi-permanent ink. And like Paula said as well, this does come across a little bit body shamey, which, I mean, who of us haven't been body shamed at some point by a health professional? It kind of fits, right? But as Dr. Sandra Lee is a health professional that deals with people all day, every day, you'd expect them to be a bit more accepting of every walks of life and people's life choices, especially as those life choices are not harming them in a serious way. You know, a freckle tattoo isn't going to harm someone's health. It's not like drinking or smoking or eating bad food all the time, which again, your body, your choice. You do what you want with it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a freckle tattoo. Like, calm down. Along with Paula, other people come forward to call out Dr. Sandra Lee on her hasty, uneducated opinions on the freckle tattoos. So this comment that says, so these are awful examples. There are very tasteful tattoo freckles you can get that do not look like this. Please support people getting tats of what the fuck they want because it's their body. This is a terrible, terrible example. My fake freckles are cute as hell and fill out my natural freckles. My permanent makeup artist matched the pre-existing freckle tone, size and pattern of placement. She took her time and did it with a single needle dipped in pigment and hand poked. She did a reasonable amount, and then 6 months later I went back to fill in some spots. They were red for a week and a half, and after that they looked normal and people were shocked to learn they're fake. These look like they were done with a tattoo gun. One size fits all, ink and placed without thought. They are also huge and look way painful, and the perfect circles are killing me. Thing is, the footage that we saw from Dr. Sandra Lee are fresh freckle tattoos. Again, they're going to look a lot more extreme than what they look like healed. Dr. Sandra Lee basically showed people the worst of the worst when it comes to Mary's tattoos, but like I was saying earlier, they do look very good, especially when they're healed. Anyway, this is this person's opinion. Anyway, moving forward. And then this person carries on saying, check out Golden Hour Tattoo for some actual amazing permanent makeup and stop hating on people for doing whatever they want with their skin. I love my freckles, but have wanted more since I was little, and that's totally okay. My skin, my life, my choice. Also, Dr. Pimple Popper, stop acting like you understand things that you don't and putting them on a public platform. Pretty careless for a famous dermatologist. Trends may fade, but so will these. Permanent makeup is done with a special pigment and not tattoo ink if done correctly. Just like microblading, it will fade in 2 to 3 years. Less if you don't take care of them or regularly use dark spot fading cosmetics like glycolic acid and vitamin D serums. And then there is more comments like this saying they will fade a lot. They are semi-permanent, very disappointing. This way to body shame and reduce people's body autonomy. Oh my gosh, that's a word for me that I cannot say. To an uneducated opinion. Shame on you, Dr. Pimple Popper. While I agree getting freckles tattooed on isn't my favourite look, these are fresh and will fade and not be red. These are also not permanent. They fade and will go away. They're not like regular tattoo. And then this one says, I think this falsely advertises the trend by showing them freshly tattooed. My freckles are tattooed and look extremely soft now that they are healed. I don't think you should push your opinions onto people when it has nothing to do with their well-being. They do fade away over time. Let people make their own decisions. And again, like I was saying, this is the problem with a health professional not showing the true end result. Because as we've seen, these types of tattoos done by Mary, and just in general, can and do heal up beautifully. Well, in my opinion anyway. I feel like it's just not fair that Dr. Sandra Lee just showed like the most extreme clip that she could possibly find and has only shown one side of freckle tattoos to, I guess, fit her narrative. She has a large audience and the majority of them have probably never seen a freckle tattoo before and may now only know of them because of Dr. Sandra Lee and her one-sided view on them. And I just feel like that isn't fair at all. But of course, like most freckle tattoo content, most people are agreeing with Dr. Sandra Lee. There's this comment that made me laugh. It says, as a tattoo artist, this has got to be one of the lamest trends. Just people who want to deface their beautiful skin with some shitty red dots all over. I mean, one, you should not be advertising that you're a tattoo artist when your work looks like this, honey. Okay? Thank you. Shut up. I wouldn't open your mouth, honestly. 2, if you're a tattoo artist, then you would know that when tattoos are freshly done, they get red and irritated. Not even done well. They literally look like they've done a piss poor job for the aesthetic, and I don't dig it. I get it though. If you want to like one little mile or something tasteful, I think that means mole maybe, but that is so poorly done and a definite no-go for me. At least do it well if you're going to go to that room. I'm sorry, but this is super stupid. This looks like ants crawling on their face, not freckles. Freckle appropriation. Freckle appropriation. Are you kidding me with this? Are you kidding? Oh my days. I truly have never seen so much commotion over one type of tattoo ever. I have been making tattoo content for many, many years, okay? I have never seen anything like this over any type of tattoo ever. It honestly feels like to me that a regular face tattoo, you know, with art or script work or whatever, is more acceptable to people than freckle tattoos. I just cannot believe how much people are against these freckle tattoos. I don't know. Anyway, I would absolutely love to know your thoughts and opinions on freckle tattoos, and what is your honest opinions. Don't sugarcoat it, because I have freckle tattoos. At the end of the day, I'm personally happy with mine and I personally love them, but I understand that they're not for everyone. But I would never take it as far to say that someone is destroying their face. Don't take it that far. That's just mean. Anyway, that is it for today's video. I hope you are all doing very, very well, and until my next one, bye.